Welcome back to That's It with Cheryl. Hope everyone's doing well. Can we or could we live forever? That's the question. Could we live forever? And do we want to live forever? And what is the factuation and the obsession of staying young and want to stay young? So, those are two key points that I want to talk about and discuss with you guys. And towards the end of this video, I would love to hear your thoughts and your opinions of this conversation that I'm going to have. And the reason I want to know, could we live forever, and do you want to live forever? For me, I don't want to live forever. The reason why is like all my loved ones will be gone and buried, and I don't want to be the only one left. I don't want to know what's going to happen if the world ends, and I just want to be with my loved ones, and I don't want to live forever. It's like, what's the whole point of it? Now I can understand being healthy and want to be healthy and to live a long healthy life until God takes you home or whatever the case might be. But to live a long time or want to live a long time, that's just very weird and strange. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I just watched a documentary on Netflix of this man, Brian Johnson. I never heard of him before. He's some tech guru guy that did Venmo and stuff like that. Never heard of him until I watched his documentary. And the title of the documentary on Netflix is like, "Don't Die, the Man Who Wants to Live Forever." And I found the documentary very fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, very very fascinating. Very he the way he want to experiment him of himself and doing all these crazy things. Hey, if you have the money, why not? He's a billionaire or a millionaire. He has the money, he has the funds to do all those experiments. A lot of people, unfortunately, don't have the luxury of doing that. People work, and he has the time to, you know, recreate or create a lab and have all these doctors in his home doing all these tests, taking vitamins, eating certain type of food, exercising, and etc. I find it very fascinating and very extreme, the amount of things that he was doing. For example, taking 54 vitamins in the morning, then afterwards 34 vitamins. A lot of stuff that he did is very extreme, and some of it was very educational. To be honest with you, just eating right and exercising. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't try all these experimental drugs or things and put in my body unless it was tested. But he has the money, he has the resources to do that. And then after finish watching the documentary, I kind of understand now his point of view and his perspective. I thought at first it was a little odd and weird and cuckoo, and I'm like, this rich man have nothing better to do with his life but to spend money and try to do all these experiments because he wants to live forever. And then towards the documentary, I kind of get it why he's doing it. And he was a little bit overweight, a little bit overweight. He was Mormon, and he was just not very happy with his life, and to the point that he said in his documentary that he wanted to commit suicide. And something switched, and he removed himself from that religion, Mormon, and just basically started eating right and taking vitamins, and just changed his whole life and his whole perspective and everything. So I kind of understand where he's coming from. And then after finish watching the documentary, I got a different perspective now. I don't think that he wants to live forever. I think the whole point is just changing your lifestyle and eating healthy, and then just trying to live like a long healthy life. That's what I got out of it, because there's no way anyone can live forever. I'm sorry, unless you have some fountain of youth, or the government, or somebody is experimenting something for fountain of youth to live forever. Then that's one thing. But unfortunately, we're all going to die. That's just life. I'm sorry to break it down to everyone who thinks that they're going to live forever. That's just part of life. All of us are going to die some way, shape, or form. That's just, you can't stop it. Okay. You may slow it down, like age processing, age process. You can stop that. You can stop, aging. Um, but eventually we're all going to grow old. I'm sorry. We're all going to have wrinkles and die. And that's just part of life. We cannot live forever. That's not how God created man and woman to live for a very long time. So, with that being said, and in my perspective of this documentary, I get it. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to change your sleeping qualities because some people can't. Some people have hard times of sleeping. You have to change your exercise, your dietitian modification. Social interacting with people. You have to change a lot of things in your life if you want to live like a healthy, normal life. It's not easy, especially if you're like overweight and you don't like how you look, and people like look at celebrities and then they want to copy like celebrities and be like a Barbie doll, which is just so ridiculous in my opinion. But people do it. People do it. People do like fillers, Botox, butt implants, chin implants. To each his own. You do what's best for you and what makes you happy. But at the same token, no one's not going to live forever. Okay, that's just the bottom line. No one's not going to live forever. And on top of that, you're not going to stay young. For example, Madonna, beautiful, beautiful woman. Okay, I grew up watching Madonna, her perform and everything, and she looked amazing until she didn't, until she really changed her whole look and her face. Why? Because she's afraid of aging. Listen, like I said, you can slow the process of aging, but we're all going to grow old. And I feel like with Madonna, she was afraid of aging. And she looked good while she was aging, so she didn't need to do anything, any work on her face, but she did. And I'm going to show you a picture of before and after. She looks like the Jigsaw. If anyone don't know who the Jigsaw is, it's the movie from Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, and so forth. But Madonna looked great back in 2011 and so forth. And until she just altered her face, and to me, she just unrecognizable. Having fillers, having butt implants, just trying to be relevant when she was already, you know what I mean? She was already there. She was the pop star of the 80s and the 90s and the late 2000s. And I just don't know what happened to her. I just really don't. And look at her. You know what I mean? This was her in 2011, and this is her 2020. She looks like a Jigsaw. And like I said, I'm going to show you the image of Jigsaw, and there you go. Don't they look alike? Let me just pull this aside, put it right here. Don't they look alike? Let me just put it right here next to it. Can't you see? Like two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod. Like look at her at 2011. Amazing, beautiful, elegant, and now unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. Like there was no need for it. There was no need for it. Again, age just scares people and freak them out. And I just don't understand. Like I'm all about like maintenance, do a little tweak every now and then. I'm all about that. But just to go that extreme, just to alter your face and just to make yourself look young again when you're just going to look horrible, unless you have a good ass surgeon who will make you look like you're in your 20s, then okay, whatever, each his own. But what I'm saying is like, people are so afraid of aging. I just don't know why. Like people should just age gracefully. Just age gracefully. Obviously, continue doing what you're doing. Eating right, exercising, get enough sleep, drink plenty of water, do your normal activities. Again, you can slow the process of aging, but everyone's going to die and everyone's going to get old. There's nothing we can do about it, point blank and period. You can delay it, whatever, whatever other people are doing, who has money, who don't have money, you can delay everything, but it doesn't change the outcome. We're all going to die and we're all going to age. And just my perspective and the whole reason why I wanted to do this video, it's just like some people go really extreme. And in this particular guy, Brian Johnson, he went really extreme. But on the same token, I feel like he was just, for him, just to be the only guinea pig. And in this whole experience, I believe this to help other people who's going through, health issues, early stage of dementia and other stuff. And there's other things that you can do or try to prevent that. And now I understand why he did what he did in the documentary. I don't think he wants to live forever. Obviously, he wants to live healthy and have a healthy lifestyle, to be around for his children. But I just believe that he's not trying to think that he can live for a very long time. Like a lot of people wants to live a long time. A lot of people want to be here for a very long time. But unfortunately, in reality, that's just not possible. It's not. Truly, truly, it's not. Like I said, we're all going to end up gone, and we're not going to be on this earth. All we have to do is just live in the moment and just be thankful that we're here, that we're alive, we're healthy, and just to move in a direction that you want to be in your life. If you don't like the life that you're in the situation, change it and do something about it. Just like this particular man did. Brian, he didn't like the situation. He changed the outcome. And plus, on top of that, he's a millionaire. He has money to do it. Unfortunately, a lot of people do not. Like I said, a lot of people do not have the money or the luxury or the time to do what he was doing. And I highly recommend you guys watch the documentary. It was very interesting, very, very, it was good in my eyes. It was very good, very interesting. However, a lot of it can be done. It can be done if you have the time, if you have the resources, if you really are dedicated to change your lifestyle, your eating habits, your sleeping habits, cutting off sugar, alcohol, all that nasty fast food. It can be done. It can be done with a reasonable price. But again, it's hard. It's hard, and it's a lot of work, but you have to be dedicated and determined to do that. However, with that being said, no one can live forever. It's just impossible. It's impossible unless there's some not truth serum, unless there's some youth serum out there for all of us to have to stay young and irrelevant. Then maybe that's possible. But for me, in my opinion, I don't want to live forever. I really don't. It's like once my loved ones are gone, there's no point of me staying on this earth. There's no point of it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts and your opinion in regards to this documentary that I watched. It is called, again, Don't Die, The Man Who Wants to Live Forever. And I highly recommend it. It was very, very an eye-opening for me, and very interesting that the length that he would do, to stay healthy, to stay young. Again, he maybe it's possible that he wants to live forever. I didn't get that towards the end. I didn't in the beginning, yes, because the things that he was doing was very erratic. But I feel like towards the end, I believe that he was educating people, how to stay healthy, how to be, to feel good about themselves, and just to share it around the world, even though a lot of people thought that he was a little cuckoo-doo-doo and that he was out of his mind and he's very crazy and deranged and he had nothing better to do because he's a millionaire. He's just bored. But I believe towards the end, after watching it, in my opinion, I believe that he was just, he's helping people, and he wants to help people, and he wants to make a difference. And that's the point that I got out of that documentary. You guys can check it out for yourself and let me know your inputs in regards to this. But I would like to know your thoughts. Do you want to live forever? Is it possible that we can live forever? And is it relatively okay to stay young forever as well? Let me know your thoughts, and I would love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching That's It with Cheryl, and I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Please like, subscribe, share. And I also want to say lastly, I really, really appreciate, some of you are subscribing to my YouTube channel. I really, really appreciate it. And I love you all. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that, a lot of you are taking the time to listen to what I have to say again, and watching this video. Again, I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. And I will see you guys next time. That's it.